just a really rough quick run through of the assignment so far. Let me run it first here. Run project. And it's basically a platforming game. I've got some background music going, and I've got an animated character that runs back and forth and jumps, left and right arrows. When it encounters the cherries, it picks them up, and you do hear sound and the cherries disappear. As you see here. Okay. And there's a camera attached, that's why we're following the character. Back and forth. So that's it in a nutshell so far. There will be score added later. But let me just go through the scene tree right now. We've got our main node, and it's just a generic node, so that we have no limitations for access to node features. And then all the children of that main node, that root node, is the background. So let me click over to 2D here. So we've got the background. It's a texture rect node. And you just add the artwork over here into your file system, and then it gets dragged in here. And I have the stretch mode set to tile. Okay, let me open this up a bit here. Alright, so stretch set to tile, and I might have increased the size by 2 times, perhaps. Transform, scale. No, I am at the original scale. Okay. So that's this background green piece, just like a pattern. And then I used a tile map, but in this latest version it's called a tile map layer. The tile map node is being deprecated, so I am using what's called a tile map layer right here. And that's what I used to create all of this work here, the floors and the little features, and that's artwork that's brought in. We'll explain that later. But there it is there, and you do have to be on the tile map chip down here. There's tile sets, and then the tile map, and you select it, and whatever you select you can paint with, right? And if I want to erase, there's an eraser here, and I can go and erase things. It's 1 square at a time, of course, and you can set the grid on this, but we'll get into that detail in the proper lesson. So that's the tile map right there, known as a tile map layer. Next down is our main character up here, our little ninja guy. It is animated, so I'm using I actually have it as a separate scene. So let's go up to the ninja scene here, and it's a character body 2D with a sprite 2D and a collision shape. And the sprite 2D is using the animated sprite 2D right here, and you can see the animation is set up in here, and there's 3 different sets. There's the default, jumping, and running. Again, we'll get into details of how to create that in the proper lesson, but that is the ninja. So back to my main scene or node. With that character body, I've attached a camera, so the camera follows the ninja around, and our settings are over here. And then below that, I've got the theme music. I have 2 different versions here, subtly different. This one here is the Audio Stream Player 2D, and it basically is directional. So it's as if the music's playing from the upper corner. The farther away our character gets from it, the farther away the music gets. So it's like you're walking out of a room and maybe into another room. Whereas this one here is constant, and that's just using the basic Audio Stream Player. Okay, so I'm not using them both at once, but I have them both there as options. Currently I'm plugged into the music set to constant. This is the sound of picking up these little cherries, which is also an animated scene right here, and it's called cherries.tscn. And I have a lot of them here, a lot of instances, and I just kept them in this group. It's just a basic node that I created as a parent group, and all the individual cherry scenes are in there. Okay, so if I go over to the cherries, it looks like this, a basic area 2D node as the parent, and then an animated sprite 2D and a collision shape 2D. And I see there's a script involved here too, so if we go to the scripts, the cherry script is basically we have a signal on body entered, and we're checking to see which element is colliding with it. In this case, we want the character body 2D2. If it collides with the cherry, this triggers the sound, which is in the parent node, and it's called Pickup Cherries. It's an audio stream player. .play. And this Q underscore free is how things are eliminated from the screen. It's the kill switch. Okay, so play the sound, eliminate the cherries from the screen. And that's based on a collision with the character body. And that script is nested inside of the cherries. Okay, so the Ninja script, it actually comes built in, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll show how to do that when we build this properly. But it's a beautiful thing, and it comes with this script that's already made, and you can come in and tweak it, and we'll talk about what all the different parts are to that script. We are adding some elements to it as well. This was added manually, as well as this stuff down here, but we'll go into that in detail when it comes time for the proper lesson. So all the running controls and so on are inside of the Ninja script, which is a proper scene down here. And then finally the main script, which is pretty basic. It's just playing the main music when the music starts. This function ready is when music begins. I mean when the game begins. This one here is for basically for the frame rate and what happens when every frame changes. Okay, so that's the gist of this project, and we'll do it in detail as a step-by-step.